Hello all. Well, I thought today we'd do a hike for our exercise, and I'm bleeding on my left finger. I don't know what, I guess something bit it, and I didn't know it now itches and it's bleeding. So anyway, I wanted to talk about how things seem to be all getting crazy at the same time. In other words, we're seeing a lot of graphs and charts that all seem to be doing the same thing, and there's so many of them going in the same direction. You would think that people would notice, and Congress people in both all over the world, the elite would really notice this kind of thing. And it's the same scenario as if you're on a bus and you're all partying and carrying on, and then you hear somebody say, hey, we're headed right into a pillar, right? And the bus is traveling around 70 miles an hour. What do you think most people are going to do? Yeah, most people are going to start running to the front to try and take over the steering to correct the course. But for some reason, when the ship gets so big as the planet Earth, it's as if the thing to do is just sit down and drink more and party and gadgetate. I mean, we've seen peak oil, peak steel, peak aluminum, peak copper, just in the metals that we really need, and the transportation fuels such as oil and other now becoming more natural gas, which is a much weaker fuel. Your engine has to be much bigger, you have to consume more fuel, and you have less power. So as we start using up more and more of our precious resources, it's just so strange that the people in charge don't do something about it. Not so nice today. A little bit overcast, foggy, cool. So we're hiding you behind a tree. So there was a comment left on the last video. Let me show it to you. My answer to that was that it was very difficult to watch even part of that video. And the reason is because, just my opinion, is that NATO and the US are exactly the same. The world really, even though they say they have different countries and so on and so forth, they group together and they fight the other group. Right now it's the West against Russia, the allies of Russia, and it looks like that the US is so determined to get the war machine going by any means, whether it's with any country, that even if you're not even Hillary Clinton, who's not even in the government anymore of the U.S., saying that we need to go to war with Iran. It's just, I don't know where all this stuff is coming from when things are in such dire need to be fixed and to be looked at. We're still fighting each other. It's so ridiculous when we should be all together as a group and fixing our transportation system, our energy, switching over to solar and wind. I don't know why every country isn't pushing to have solar panels put on the roofs of every building. We wouldn't have to worry about energy anymore. Making things more efficient, instead of making endless stupid apps, we could be working on efficiency more and more. Batteries, newer solar panels that get more power. We're only getting, 1% of the solar's energy through a solar panel? That's not much. So there's so many other things we could be doing that we're not doing because we're just wasting our time. Yes, I consider the leaders of the planet more like children playing in the sandbox, throwing sand at each other. We just don't seem to get the importance of what's going on. And I believe that both leaders of both Russia and the US and the UK are just too busy partying and getting, going to the next favor, which is usually a party with dinner and awards and all this kind of thing. And I just don't think they're following it all. There's just too many other things in the way of corruption going on. And right now, our worlds need to worry about one big thing, and that's getting rid of fracking, tar sands oil, and fossil fuels altogether as fast as possible, and getting solar panels and wind generators up. but it doesn't look good is correct. Some people may run to the desert or whatever, and then they'll be followed by a million others, and they'll be fighting each other out there, just like in the cities. So I don't think that running is going to get you anywhere. It's much better to fix the problems while we still can. It's just my thoughts. And anyway, that's about what I have to think about it. Pretty sad state of affairs, if you ask me. But I really appreciate your comment, and what? I guess until next time.